My name's Andy. I'm the creator of the SoNextYear Studio App. So what we're going to do is a very quick image generation and create a new pattern. So you can pick an image from the internet, or you can put one of your own images onto there. What I'm going to do is select an image that I have created previously and do a different type of generation. So I'm going to choose this floral one here. Okay, so this is quite a nice little pattern that I generated using a collage technique. I'm going to analyze the image. Now this takes about 10 seconds to analyze. That's the first thing you do. You pop an image in there, then you click the analyze button. Okay, while that's doing that, I'll just show you. I've got a whole range of history items that I've created, and it saves there. Now, depending on what tier you have, let's just go to the last 30 items, and you can have a look there. Now, what this will do, it will create just in here. So what we have is multi-layered blossoms, simple singular flowers, various ovoid and elongated leaves. Okay, so it explains it in the description. It's picked out, it's faux art, applique, botanical, and paper cut. So we've got flowers, leaves, berries, fruits, and vines. Now, if you like all of that, you can keep it all in there. If you want to create something very similar, you can do that. And we can change the motive scale. Let's go macro, gigantic, large, flowers, leaves, and vines and berries. Let's take out the berries. Let's keep the fruits in. And maybe I'll take the vines out. I don't need to have the botanical in there. I've got flowers and leaves. Okay. Now you can also change the description entirely to how you want it. So let's take out slender, curvy, linear stems and scrolls. But again, you can spend a bit of time and create your own entire pattern how you like it. Now you can add keywords if you like. You can delete keywords if you like. You can add motifs or change motifs. Okay, I've got some random ones in here because I've been messing about with this app for a little while now. And I'm going to say it's going to cover, let's go a balanced amount. Okay, so motif coverage. Now these are the colors it's selected from this design, but let's say I want to choose a different palette, and I'm going to make it a little bit brighter. I'm going to choose my little palette here, all the bright things. Okay, but actually I want to have it on a black background. So I can choose black, or I can entirely choose a custom color over here. I'm going to keep it as black for me. Okay, now if I want to keep it as faux art, applique, paper cut as the keywords, I just use the keywords. Okay, or I can select from some AI styles. Now, depending on which tier you use, you will have a certain amount of motifs, a certain amount of keywords, and a certain amount of styles available to you. I'm going to keep it fairly dense, and I'm going to go to scattered for this. And I'm going to do I want it as an all-over print? Yes, I do. Okay, so you normally check seamless and high detail here. So let's create. I'm going to keep it. It takes about 30 seconds to run through. I've just sped this up very quickly. Okay, so looking at this here, look at this beautiful design here. Flowers, nice and 3D, little fruits. Now again, we have 4 different studios. The Studio Edit, the Gradient Studio. You can play around with textures and mask studios. They're all built in, and there's a lot of functionality in there. I quite like this design. Now, if I like a design and I'm happy with it, I'll just save to cloud and it will save it in my storage. But I would spend a little bit of time just checking the seams. Sometimes there can be a few little errors, but generally it's probably about 90% accurate. Okay, so that's looking quite nice and I quite like the colors. But just as a quick demonstration, let's have a look at this Gradient Studio. You can click on a number of these, or you can create your own textures. Okay, let's have a look at Sugar Rush. How's that going to work? That's quite vibrant, but again, I can play around with these. I can move them around and adjust these as I go. Okay, so you have a lot of control over what you are creating, not just the patterns, not the keywords, and not the motifs, but you can also play around with the colors. Okay, if you're happy with it, I'm going to bring this yellow up a little bit more because I feel there's too much blue in there. Let's bring the blue out and let's bring this yellow up a touch. Okay, and this purple, I want to make this purple a little bit stronger. There we go. Okay, so if I'm happy with that, I'm going to click to analyze and save to cloud. You can move around, you can zoom into this and see how it works as well. Okay, and you can actually click on these and add your own ones. Okay, but I'm going to click on this and remove because I don't want to do that. Okay, so analyze and save to cloud. Now I'm going to click off this, and what you'll see is in here, if I go back into my history, I now have my new image that I've created. Now I'm going to open in the image viewer. Now I'm going to click on mockup view, and just to show you what it could look like on different mockups. Now, depending on your tier as well, you may have 1, 3, 6 or 8 different mockup slots, and you can change these. Let's have a look at this one here. Okay, so gift wrap. So I've built all these mockups as well. You can play around with the scale of these. You can rotate these. You can change your perspective, the lightness of these, depending on your mockup. You can also play around with the temperature, making it. Let's bring this light down a little bit here. Let's move the light to here, and you can see I can make it cooler or warmer. So you have the functions of these, and then you can lock these defaults if you wish to do so. Now, if you're happy with these, what I'm going to do is export these to cloud. Bang. Okay, so you can adjust them when you're happy with them. It will export them for you. Now you can use these for social media, you can use them for Instagram posts, you can use them for your own website if you wish to do so, you know, or you can share these with friends. There's lots of different ways that you can use these. I'm just going to show you in a second what else you can do with these. I'd love that jacket. Okay, so it's rendering it to let you know what's happening here down at the bottom. Okay, so you have a lot of control over these, and that's in the mockup studio. Now the studio edit does a lot of different things. The gradient studio has lots of functionality. The texture studio, again, I'll make another video about that shortly. Okay, so that's done. So if now, what I can do is go to Social Studio, bang. Right, I'm going to go to Load Vault, and pretty much instantaneously I have my 8 mockups and my original design. Now let's say I want to put this onto Instagram or TikTok, or pop it onto Facebook, or make a Pinterest link. I can just click on these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can click up to a maximum of 9. Now what I'm going to do is make a very short video for this that I'm going to pop onto my social media. So this takes about 15 seconds, it says. I can make a little GIF, a very free image GIF very quickly. I can add the titles and taglines, apply branding. There's lots of different functionality in here as well. So this is the project for the last 9 months that I've been working on. It's taken up a lot of my spare time, but it's actually complete now, and it's looking pretty amazing. So these are just some of the designs that I've created over the last couple of days, to be honest with you. And here we go. There's a nice little video here. Let's have a look at this. Let's just watch this video. Here we go. It's pinging straight through. And there we go. Now I can also, if you look into here, I have all my hashtags, all my explanation of it, a title here. I can copy this and put this directly onto social media. Okay, so I'm just going to download that video now and click off this. Okay, so that is basically how the app works. Great fun. Thank you for watching. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Thanks for taking the time to watch. We are launching on June 14th. First 100 customers get 50% off for the first month.